Hey, good morning, Internet fans. It's Ryan Perry with Simple Biz Support. It's Thursday morning, therefore I have Virginie Dorn with Business Website Center on the other end down in Petaluma, California. Good morning, Virginie.
Good morning, Ryan. Good morning, everybody.
Yes, and we can't see out your windows because you have the blinds closed today, but I'm assuming that's because it's raining.
No, I don't know why it's closed. Maybe the cleaning crew did that. But yeah,
Ah,
it's a bit of rain here, but very
it
soft.
is. So, for those that don't know, we're up in Northern California, and California has been was this our third year? I know it's our second year of really bad drought, but I was not expecting rain. My mom actually drove up from LA yesterday, and so we're driving home from dinner, and she's like looking at the clouds going, oh, it's going to rain. And I'm thinking, it's Sonoma County. It's just, heavy fog. It's overcast. Like, it's not going to rain. 5 minutes later, I got the windshield wipers going and all kinds of crazy stuff. So, but it's good to have. Good to have.
Oh yes, we have a drought here, so we're happy about it.
Yeah, I would imagine that's probably not the topic of conversation for this episode. What we're really going to talk about is email marketing, and basically, I assume everybody knows about email marketing. People may not know the true value of email marketing, and a lot of times people don't know where to start. So I want to kind of, maybe you can touch on what the value is of creating a database of people that you can market to on a regular basis, just real quickly.
Yes, absolutely. There's great value, especially if you already have a relationship with those people. So I'm not a big fan of blast emailing a million people you who never heard of you. I think those emails just end up in spam and people just delete them, purge them, and mark you as spam. But if you're a company, you know people, either customers, vendors, acquaintances, other business partners. So all those emails are part of your database, and it's great once in a while, not every day of the month, but to reach out to them to stay in their visibility, announcing new products you might be launching or services or maybe some how-to or tips. So it's as long as the email has value and you have an established relationship with them, it's great because people remember you.
Right. And I think, and the one thing I know that I'm guilty of in my own business is a lot of times people will go, oh, well, I need a second opinion because I'm going to have somebody do XYZ, another company, we're going to have them build a website as an example. I'm like, well, hold it. I could have helped you. I could have put a quote in for you. And they're like, oh, well, I thought you just did SEO. And so when you have multiple facets of your business, but you bring a new client on board, they may only really know about one thing. So for me, most of my clients are SEO related, and they may not necessarily know that I offer social media services. They may not know that I offer web design. And so having a database of clientele that I can email on a regular basis, and whatever that time frame is really needs to be relevant to your clients and your product. In my industry, it might be every month, maybe every 2 months, with just keeping in touch, keeping top of mind, and reminding them that, hey, I don't just do this, I also do this, this, and this, so that if they need that service, hopefully they'll think about me first.
You're so right. Most people just think of you only at what they hired you to do.
Right.
And they love you, they love what you've done, and they don't remember everything else you do. That's not their job to do that. So it's our responsibility as business owners to reach out to them and let them know that indeed we do offer other services. So.
All right. So I think then the really the big point becomes, oh, you know what, this is another level. Besides the fact that I have to run my business, besides the fact I have to go to chamber meetings to network, besides the fact that I need to do social media, besides the fact I need to update my blog, besides the fact I need to keep my website current, now we're adding another layer. And now it's a new thing I have to learn, and how difficult is it? So, the nice part is that there's services out there such as MailChimp, Constant Contact, that are very simplistic in the way they're designed in order to send out large volumes of email. When I say large volume, what you don't want to do is, if you have, let's say, 100 customers, you don't want to have to go into Outlook or your email program and say, Dear Susie, and then copy and paste, whatever your message is, send, and then open up a new email and go, Dear Bob, copy and paste. With MailChimp, with Constant Contact, you can have a database of all the names. It'll automatically plug the name in for you, plug the business in, and within literally seconds, you can send off 100 emails.
Correct. The mail merge function is the greatest advantage of using those third-party companies. You are able to customize each email in an instant. So if you have a strong database, maybe first, last name, the product they bought for you, their email address, you could do a mail merge within MailChimp saying, Dear Susie Smith, thank you for buying the red shoes, and just to let you know, we're now launching a new line of scarves, and you might be interested, and click here to find out more. And this is all done automatically for you, as long as you follow the right process with a third-party company. And it's very user-friendly. It's just great, because again, doing it manually is not an option. Plus, you have more chances to be marked as spam if you do it from your own little private email box. Those companies, that's what they do for a living. They actually don't send one email to everybody. They actually send each individual mail one at a time and over a period of a few hours. So if you have 10,000 people, they might send 1,000 emails, and then another half an hour later, another 1,000. It's not a copy, so it's not everybody getting the same email. Everybody gets one email to them. And that's how they are able to bypass the spam filter on your email.
Right. And and the other cool thing is that, well, first I want to say is that if you use MailChimp, Constant Contact, these are companies that are designed, they built their business around first-time users. So the interface is very simple. They have a lot of templates, or you can have a custom template made, but very, very user-friendly. If you can use Word or Excel, you should probably be fine in a MailChimp or a Constant Contact. Now, we were talking before the broadcast started about preference. I've had experience with Constant Contact. I'm not a big fan of their system. However, their customer service is very good, and I think on both sides, customer service is very good because their business is built for first-time users, so they know they need to have that additional support. On the other hand, you're a big fan of MailChimp. Why is that?
Yes, well, we use both systems depending on the client. Some clients already have a Constant Contact account, which we paid for, so therefore we will be using that account. I love MailChimp. They're great. All the geeks in our industry just love them. First and foremost, they have a freebie. You can have 2,500 subscribers in your database of MailChimp at no charge, and you can send up to 12,000 emails every month without a single strings attached. You can create campaigns, you can use their template, you can upload your own HTML template if you want, you can attach the same template to different campaigns and modify them. You can do very easy mail merges we were talking about a few minutes ago. They're just fantastic, very user-friendly. I don't have any stocks with them. Maybe I should, but they're very easy to work with. Their customer support is great as well. Constant Contact used to have a free plan, but now they have a free trial, so that's not exactly a free plan. So if you want to do, I think 500 emails was, what, $15? Well, you can do 12,000 emails for free for MailChimp, so there's no reason why pay unless you're stuck on a contract with them.
Yeah, exactly. And I think, the big thing is that anytime you're starting out something brand new for the first time, 30 days goes by really quick, especially if you're a solo entrepreneur, if you've got a busy workload. You'd be surprised at how quickly 30 days can blow by. So having the ability to not worry about losing anything that you built because your 30-day expiration, expired, and now if you want access to what you already started building, you've got to pay. So I like the idea with MailChimp that, hey, you can practice, build. The other thing is both of them, I take it back, I'm pretty sure MailChimp has a direct plugin for WordPress. I worked with a client last month who already had a Constant Contact account, and they didn't have a direct plugin at the time, which I really thought was strange for people to sign up, like sign up for your newsletter. I'm sure everybody's seen that on the website. put in first name, put an email, hit submit. When you do that, if you have a plugin from MailChimp, it'll actually put that person directly into the database, so you don't have to manually add them. And then the next time your newsletter goes out, that person will automatically be included in that subscription, which is a great way of building your database and allowing you to constantly sell, especially when somebody raises their hand and says, yes, I want to receive more information.
Yes. Well, Constant Contact has something similar, but it is not an easy plugin for WordPress. They will give you the code, so you can do exactly that, but you have to know how to put it into the code of your contact form, so that gets very tricky.
Okay. That's why I was having issues, because I am not a programmer. I like plug and play.
Yes.
I like it when it's a bolt and a nut and they fit together and I can just screw them together and boom, I'm done. If I have to tinker, I have very little patience.
So yes on MailChimp then.
Yes on MailChimp. We've got about 3 minutes. Now the next thing is for larger enterprises. For the next step up would be something like Infusionsoft. Now Infusionsoft is very intense. I signed up for Infusionsoft last year. I use it in my business. I actually ended up hiring somebody who's certified Infusionsoft programmer to actually build out my campaigns, and it's very expensive. The base price, last I heard, was $3,000 and $300 a month just to use it. Now the cool thing about Infusionsoft is that it's very, very smart. It's an actual program in the sense that it is wickedly customizable. I don't know how else to put it. People actually use Infusionsoft to help with their day-to-day processes, to run their business and the automation, and you can put thought logic into it. If somebody clicks on this, we can throw them into another campaign because maybe they like red. They indicated through an email that they like red better than blue, and if that has a psychographic, or I don't know the right word, but if it affects their way of looking at your business, you can throw them into a different email campaign so that you're speaking to them in the way that they want to be heard. Very, very over the top, absolutely crazy. If you want a truly customizable anything, Infusionsoft is a great way to go, but relatively pricey. And then the next level up would be actually integrating your CMS, your website, that database in with something like Infusionsoft, but you actually are able to build out. You've done this for a couple of clients where you build in an email editor. I don't know what you would call it.
Yes, we have multiple clients actually then have kind of MailChimp inside their own program. So what we did, we custom built, and that's good for people who have big membership websites, or they have a portal where all their clients access their portal website to access their products and services. So the database is already there with the client's information, and the site owner can go in their content management system, go to the email marketing section, and decide who they want to send that email to. So for a client who has maybe 2,000 customers, he can choose all active customers who recently bought shoes, and then they say they like sweaters. You can really customize that email, and the database know who is who, and automatically we send the emails through their database. And it's just like using MailChimp, except you don't have to go to MailChimp. You stay within your own content management system. And
right.
that function is, go ahead.
I was going to say, and the key advantage is large database, constantly changing database. So, like you mentioned, if somebody's selling products, people are buying stuff every day, or ideally they'll be buying stuff every day from your website. So your database is constantly changing. If you're still using a product like MailChimp, you're having to export that information and then import it into MailChimp to update it. Versus if you're working in the same database, you don't have to do that anymore.
That is correct. So that's one of the greatest advantage. The information is as accurate as it can be.
All right, very good. Well, I wanted to spend a little bit more time on the fully customizable stuff, because I think people don't know what they don't know, and if you didn't know it was possible, and maybe you've been one of those people who's been using MailChimp for some time, you've got 5,000 contacts, and you're like, I just feel handcuffed because of the limitations. Maybe next week we can dive a little bit more into the customizable stuff and educate people what they can do, what's possible by actually having their own custom email built into their website.
I'll be happy to speak about it. Sure.
All right. Well, sounds good. Our time is up today. I hope you have a fabulous day and stay dry or get wet. Either way, I know a lot of people are probably out dancing in the rain last night just because it hasn't rained in so long.
Yes. So stay safe, everybody on the road.
All right. Take care, Virginie. Thank you.